Okay, I believe we are live.
Yeah,
I'm never sure with these things. Welcome everyone to our live stream today. Today it's me and Michaela, as you can see. And as you all know, the new product from Twin Flames Universe Sermons is coming out tomorrow. And we just wanted to talk, like me and Michaela, we thought about why is sermon so powerful yesterday? And we really reached, it was very illuminating for me because I never thought about just sermons by themselves, and why are they so powerful? So we wanted to share that. And with this topic, something that came up too that we really want to talk about is how sermons can be a very powerful tool to lift you out of a hole of upsets, to call it that. Or I think, Mikhail, you said yesterday to lift you out of a rut.
mm-hmm.
So you want to go into that?
Yeah,
What
it's
do you
I don't know how many people here watch Abraham Hicks or listen to Abraham Hicks videos, but they do something they call it a rampage, and they just kind of take all of Abraham Hicks, the sermons essentially, and her biggest speeches, and just combine them. And it's just taking like we were talking about, a vitamin shot of good feeling stuff. And it's just really powerful. You can listen to a sermon and it can just pick you up out of a rut or a bad feeling place, because it's just a concentrated TFAS basically. Everything that Jeff says in those sermons is so powerful. So it's really nice to have just a way to access just the sermons if you need one, and instead of watching the whole class. You said something how the sermon or TFAS is the vegetable, but
oh yeah, that was funny. That I was talking with Alden about why the sermons are so juicy. And the image that God gave me was how when I was younger, my mom would always make me carrot juice. And she would take 3 pounds of carrots and juice them into one glass, because you can't eat 3 pounds of carrots a day. But if you squeeze them into a juice, you can drink that one glass of carrot juice that has the same amount of minerals and vitamins and everything as the 3 pounds of carrots. So you kind of squeeze it. I mean, literally you squeeze the juice out and you have all the good stuff in something that you can take in in a manageable amount of food.
Right. Yeah, that's so true.
And that's kind of how it was I thought it was really funny, but God was yeah, that's it. And that's kind of what the sermons are. It's really the juice of the juice in one kind of compromise in a small amount of hours that you can really basically you could watch all of the for example, all the Tifa sermons in probably a week, which would only be 4 hours a day. I mean, if you marathon through it.
Yeah, if you want to binge watch the sermons, and it's real. Some of the sermons I've heard from Jeff, I have so many that I love. I just can't think of one specifically, but just you can just sit there and your whole life can be transformed by just one sermon that Jeff has done before, because it's always exactly what you need. Mm-hmm. And it's always so powerful and relevant to what you're going through at any time, because they're TFAS is timeless. So whenever I'm upset or in upheaval or something and feeling bad, I can just turn on a TFAS class and it's always perfect. And everybody's like that. So with sermons, it's doing that, but extra concentrated.
Definitely. And oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, I just said, yeah.
What also came to mind right now is how even what you just said, when you're in upheaval and you can just turn on a TFAS class or sermon, because when you're in an upheaval, you don't really necessarily want to watch a class where they're doing inner work for 1.5 hours. So classes where there's a sermon, it's the thing with sermons is you obviously it's nice to understand, you should understand it on a mind level too, but they it's more than that. It's it reaches, it's understanding and feeling it in your heart. You don't even necessarily need to understand what exactly is being communicated. If you just feed into it, you're going to receive that message. So especially in upheaval, when you're not, for example, in massive upheaval, and you're just I can't take anything in, I'm just upheaving. And in listening to a sermon, it's very, it's so soothing for the heart. That's the feeling that comes up for me. It's I think you expressed, when we talked yesterday, you expressed it really nice. It's like this direct line to God that reaches right into your heart.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that's exactly it. Because when you're in upheaval, like you don't want to do more inner work usually. You just want to like let it process. So listening to a sermon is perfect. Yeah, it's soothing and just God will be able to speak to you directly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like to share a little story, how like I have this really, one of my favorite parts of Tifa's classes, which is a sermon. It's, I think it's Sunday 7 p.m. class 85, called Final Surrender. That's the one. And
I love
I know, right? It's so good. It's like, to put it in a nutshell, it's basically about letting a twin flame go, letting attachment to them go. And there's like at the beginning of the class, I think it's like a 1 hour long sermon or something, but the juice of the juice in that sermon is, it's like this really short meditation where God is guiding, God through Jeff. Wanted to say Jeff and I just said God, but it's one and the same. God through Jeff is guiding you to let go of your twin flame and let go of that attachment. And every time I like have, I don't know, a deeper layer of attachment to my twin flame come up, where I catch myself in the state of like, oh my God, I'm getting attached. I just watch that part of that class, and in like 1 hour, I'm complete, like all that attachment is like just gone. It's like, it's like magic. So
yeah.
I love that like sermon in that class so much. And that really illustrates like the power of sermons and how you can really use them very specifically for specific upsets you have. For example, if you know, like I have this upset that comes up repeatedly, and this sermon like really like pinpoints that upset. Every time that like trigger upset comes up, you can just watch that sermon and go deeper into healing that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Really quick, I think we barely just went live. Like I don't think we were live for this whole time.
Oh, I see 7 minutes. We went live 6 minutes ago. Oh,
okay. Just making sure, because it didn't show up like as a notification for me until just now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think we're fine.
Anyway, yeah, sermons.
I've been taking track. Like I went on Facebook the moment but yeah, please continue.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, because just that class like transformed my life. I remember listening to it, and just like the sermon is so powerful that like I just felt my whole life change just in that moment. And that's how like I've experienced that in so many classes through the sermons. And just the feeling of joy and empowerment and just like understanding that you get from a sermon is invaluable. And you just like it's like God directly speaks to you. And with sermons, it's even better because you'll be able to just scroll through, and just allow God to guide you to which one you need to watch or listen to. It'd be really helpful.
Today, as I was like thinking about this live stream and like what I wanted to share and like sermons in general. I remember this like one moment when we had the live classes in New York City last New Year's Eve. And there was one moment, I don't know if you remember that, I think that was like the last Tifa's live class. And Jeff was again like doing a sermon and speaking about, he said something, I don't remember the exact words, so it was something like, can't you like see that this is God speaking? And he just like spoke kind of as if he was like, I mean, obviously as if I just like, I think what I want to communicate is when I like heard him speak and everything, that was like this one moment that I remember so distinctly, why I like felt like it's like really God speaking right now. And I felt like it was like God's voice that's just coming through Jeff. And that was incredibly powerful. And also like, this like one short moment that was so life-changing.
Yeah.
And the sermons are so full of that.
Right. Yeah. It's like, how many hours is sermons? I can't remember.
25. So TFAS is 25 hours and LPC is, I think, almost 13, like 12:59, if you want to be specific.
Yeah. So that's like that many hours of just pure like inspiration and pure God. Because Jeff just knows how to go just to like completely channel God perfectly. And it's like, it always amazes me because it seems like it was something that was scripted and prepared, you know, like the way Jeff speaks. And it's just so nice to listen
It's like
to.
a superpower.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a like a gift to witness, and I'm just really excited for sermons. I know there's so much value, and it's like TFAS is great because you can go through all of the classes and do the inner work along with everybody, you know, and like listen to the story. But when you need like a quick little like, you know, like some spiritual work and just to be you know, just for healing, you can watch sermons. Because there's like there's a perfect time for both. And sometimes we just need to watch like just a sermon. Sometimes we need to watch the classes. So they can go hand in hand.
Exactly. And you know, also I'm like really excited. I'm sure like, you know, just watching like the sermons by themselves, like in this like product that they are, I think it's going to feel really different to TFAS classes. Obviously I don't know yet because like no one, you can only buy them from tomorrow on, but it feels different. It feels like, yeah, just different. So I'm really excited to like, you know, like dive into that as well.
Me too.
But I feel like we could go into the second part of what we wanted to talk about. You know what you shared about, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Stage is your Michaela's, because I feel like you have some valuable insight to share.
Yeah. So this is about like the work, like the purpose of the work being to feel good, right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's something I've been learning a lot lately is that like it's easy to get caught up in like the pattern of feeling bad, and it's easy to like become upset and then just attach yourself to the bad feeling. And sometimes you need like a little extra support to like bring you out of that on top of your inner work. So I feel like, you know, sermons is a great way to do that because you can just quickly like turn on a sermon and watch it. But yeah, it's just important to always remember like the purpose of the work is to feel better and better, and always like you don't ever have to tolerate feeling bad. Even if you're feeling, you know, you're in upheaval, it doesn't mean you have to feel bad. You can always feel good and peaceful, and you can always love yourself even if you're feeling really crappy through upheaval or an upset. Yeah, because I think a lot of times like everybody gets stuck on the bad feeling, and if you're not constantly working through the bad feeling, then the work becomes like a tool of the ego to just keep you feeling bad all the time. And that's something I've been learning a lot lately. So yeah, I feel like sermons is a great way to support yourself, along with like the meditation CD is really nice when you're in upheaval, and obviously TFAS classes. So there's just so much support, and it just keeps expanding in order to like support us all in feeling good.
I love that. You know, like what I think, because obviously, you know, we try to, cause I had like phases of that where I like really caught myself being stuck in like feeling bad and constantly like looking for upsets, because there's like nothing wrong with having upsets. It's like something like to actually be grateful for, because like God is presenting the next healing, like the next step to even more love to you. But like, I had phases where I like really caught myself like going to the other side, where I was like, not actually like healing upsets because I wanted to just feel peace and feel good, but like healing upsets because like I was either like frustrated because things weren't moving fast enough or something around that. And the moment I heard something, I was instantly looking for the next upset instead of like just enjoying my peace and being a happy person and enjoying my life. And that's really, it's like, yeah, like a balance to find there where you can like, where you do it because, as you said, like you want to feel good and that's the purpose of the work, but you also like don't ignoring it when you feel bad, and you are going into the bad feeling when something comes up, but not to like stay there.
Exactly. Yeah, like you have to feel the feeling in order to release it, but don't like attach yourself to the feeling and sit in it and then let that be an excuse to just feel bad, you know. Oh, hi Alexandra. Hello. But yeah.
Oh, we have Jesse and hello Alexander. Yeah, I just saw that too. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah.
Okay, now we're just gonna all take a minute of silence and stare at each other. I'm seeing if I have anything else on my heart to share. But I actually feel kind of complete here. How about you, Michaela?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we said everything we needed to say about sermons and how helpful it is in like supporting your journey.
Mm-hmm. The
Jeff?
last thing, so everyone who's interested in the sermons. Oh, excuse me, guys.
We just played this board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have
like,
won, but I didn't.
So for everyone who's interested in buying the sermons, LPC is $2.99, or you can do 3 payments of $111. And the TIFA sermons are $4.99, or you can do 5 payments of $111. And as we said before, like the TIFA sermons are 25 hours in total, and LPC is $12.59. I'm being very specific here. I don't know the second, so that's okay. That's the limit is being specific.
All right.
Okay, thank you everyone so much for watching this, and yeah, looking forward to getting my sermons tomorrow.
Me too. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.